what would you say is the part of the brand strategy that people underestimate or don't understand the
Mhm.
most?
So to start at the beginning, I think most people don't know what brand strategy really is. And I will admit that I used to be one of them, kind of moving from PR into more general marketing and to, kind of into this world more. And I started hearing this term brand strategy and thinking, okay, well, what is that and why do we need it? And brand strategists love brand strategy, and I totally drink the Kool-Aid now. But for an outsider's perspective, it seems like a lot of fluff. It seems like, okay, well, it's fine, but do I really need that? And at its simplest, brand strategy is just the articulation of your identity. It's just putting it down on paper. And a lot of us business owners, we shoot from the hip on this one, particularly when we start out, because we want our business to feel true to us and we know who we are. And we put this stuff out there that feels right, but we don't necessarily know why. And that works for a certain period of time, but as soon as you bring somebody else into the fold, a business partner, an agency, a freelancer, or you start to build your team, and you have to explain to them what makes your brand special, you need a written down brand strategy. And it really is starting with kind of your basic mission, vision, value stuff. And that is mission, why you do what you do every day, like what is the point of this business? Is it to a lot of businesses provide peace of mind, but is it to provide peace of mind through for people through solid financial planning, through solid estate? Like what is the thing that you're doing and why does it matter to your audience? That's kind of that mission piece. And then the vision is, well, what are you hoping to achieve? Where are you trying to get to? What's if you do this, what impact will you have in the world? And those are internal sentiments, but they keep everybody on course. And then with your values, it's like, okay, what behaviors do you want everyone in the team to show up with every day? If integrity is important to you and that's one of your key values, and you have a team member who lies, they've got to go. And that may seem really obvious, but if you don't have that written down and explained to that team member, how are they to know what you expect from them and kind of keep this ship together? So that's kind of the most basic, like, you stuff. And then we think about the audience. And that's also part of brand strategy. And again, a lot of businesses get away with quite an instinctual understanding of their audience. Maybe they are their audience, they're working with people like them. Um, Maybe they have a product where the audience is quite broad, but sooner or later, you're going to come unstuck. If you haven't thought clearly about who you're working with, when things stop working, because they will work for a while, and then when they stop working, you can adapt better if you have a clear idea of who you're aiming at. And both of those things, having an idea of who you are and who your audience is, that will help you then articulate the special sauce, like the magic, which is what makes you different. Because none of us business owners operate in a vacuum. There are competitors out there. There are hundreds of like brand agencies in Denver alone, and still Giddy and I are trying to earn money. But that's because we believe, like, everyone believes they're special. But if you don't know what your audience cares about and you don't know who you are, how do you work out what makes you special in a way that your competitors can't touch? So that's a super quick overview of like the discipline of brand strategy. And there are brand strategists out there who work with multi-million dollar companies who have a whole other set of tools. I know it's very in depth, but if you are a small business owner, that's like your brand strategy 101 basics. And so to kind of recap all of that, Brand strategy may seem like a lot of fluff, but it's actually a critical business function because it means writing down what makes you you so that you can grow, so that you can explain it to someone else. Because if you don't do that, it just stays in your head as a business owner and you become a bottleneck really fast.